Hi, welcome to my channel. Now, most of you must have heard about the word cancer, or you must have known someone who has suffered from this dreadful disease. I'm Dr. Smrita Singh. I'm a physician and a wellness expert. Today, we are starting a comprehensive journey into understanding cancer. This video will cover the basics, what cancer is, how it develops, the different types, and the importance of early detection. By the end of this video, you will have a solid foundation to better understand this complex disease. Let's get started. First, let's define cancer. Cancer is a group of diseases characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells. If the spread is not controlled, it can result in death. Cancer can start almost anywhere in the human body, which is made up of trillions of cells. Normally, human cells grow and divide to form new cells as the body needs them. When cells grow old or become damaged, they die and new cells take their place. However, when cancer develops, this orderly process breaks down. As cells become more and more abnormal, old or damaged cells survive when they should die, and new cells form when they are not needed. These extra cells can divide without stopping and may form growths called tumors. Now, let's talk about how cancer develops. Cancer is caused by changes to DNA within the cells. DNA inside a cell is packaged into a large number of individual genes, each of which contain a set of instructions telling the cell what functions to perform as well as how to grow and divide. Errors in the instructions can cause the cell to stop its normal function and may allow a cell to become cancerous. These changes are also called genetic mutations. There are several ways in which genetic changes can occur. They can be inherited from our parents, or they can be acquired during a person's lifetime as a result of errors that occur as cells divide or because of damage to the DNA caused by certain environmental exposures. There are more than 100 types of cancer, and they are usually named for the organs or tissues where the cancers form. For example, lung cancer starts in the lung, brain cancer starts in the cells of the brain. Cancers may also be described by the type of cell that form them, such as epithelial cell or a squamous cell. Here are some of the most common types of cancer. Carcinomas. These are the most common type of cancer. They are formed by epithelial cells, which are the cells that cover the inside or the outside surfaces of the body. Carcinomas that begin in different epithelial cell types have specific names. The first type is adenocarcinoma. This is cancer that forms in epithelial cells that produces fluid or mucus. Most cancers of the breast, colon, and prostate are adenocarcinomas. Next type of carcinoma is basal cell carcinoma. Cancer that begins in the lower or basal, that is the base layer of the epidermis, which is a person's outer layer of the skin, are known as basal cell carcinomas. Squamous cell carcinoma. Cancer that forms in squamous cells, which are epithelial cells that lie just beneath the outer surface of the skin. Squamous cells may also line other organs, including the stomach, intestines, lungs, bladder, and kidneys. Transitional cell carcinoma. Cancer that forms in a type of epithelial tissue called transitional epithelium or urothelium is known as transitional cell carcinoma. This tissue is made up of many layers of epithelial cells that can get bigger and smaller and is found in the linings of the urinary bladder, the ureters, which are the tubes that connect the kidneys to the urinary bladder, and part of the kidneys, that is the renal pelvis, and a few other organs. The second most common type of cancer are sarcomas. Now these are cancers that form in the bone and soft tissues including muscle, fat, blood vessels, lymph vessels, and fibrous tissue such as tendons and ligaments. The third most common type of cancers are leukemias. Now, these are cancers that begin in the blood-forming tissue of the bone marrow. These cancers do not form solid tumors. Instead, large numbers of abnormal white blood cells, which are known as leukemia cells or leukemic blast cells, they build up in the bone and the blood, and they crowd out the normal blood cells. Now, the low level of normal blood cells can make it harder for the body to get oxygen to its tissues, to control bleeding, or to fight infections. Next type of cancers are lymphomas. Now, these are cancers that begin in lymphocytes. These include the T cells or the B cells. Now, these T cells and B cells are disease-fighting white blood cells which are part of our immune system. In lymphoma, abnormal lymphocytes build up in the lymph nodes and lymph vessels, as well as in other organs of the body which contain lymphoid tissue. Multiple myeloma. This is cancer that begins in plasma cells, which is another type of immune cell. The abnormal plasma cells are called myeloma cells, and they build up in the bone marrow and form tumors in bones all throughout the body. Multiple myeloma is also known as plasma cell myeloma. Next is melanoma. Now, this is cancer that begins in cells that become melanocytes. Melanocytes are specialized cells that make melanin, which is the pigment that gives color to your skin. Most of the melanomas form in the skin, but melanomas can also form in other pigmented tissues such as the eye. Brain and spinal cord tumors. There are different types of brain and spinal cord tumors. These tumors are named based on the type of cell in which they are formed and where the tumor first formed in the central nervous system. Now, for example, an astrocytic tumor begins in the star-shaped brain cells called astrocytes, which help to keep the nerve cells healthy. Brain tumors can be benign, that is not cancerous, or malignant, that is cancerous. Now, what is the importance of early detection? Early detection of cancer greatly increases the chance for successful treatment. There are two major components of early detection of cancer. Number one, education to promote early diagnosis, and number two, screening. Recognizing possible warning signs of cancer and taking prompt action leads to early diagnosis. Increased awareness of possible warning signs of cancer among physicians, nurses, and other healthcare providers, as well as among the general public, can have a great impact on the disease. Some early signs include lumps in the body, sores that fail to heal, abnormal bleeding, persistent indigestion, or chronic hoarseness of voice. Screening aims to identify individuals with abnormalities suggestive of specific cancer or pre-cancer before they have developed symptoms. Screening tests are available for various types of cancers, including the breast, for cervical cancer, colorectal cancer, and lung cancer. Thank you for joining me on this comprehensive journey to understanding the basics of cancer. We've covered what cancer is, how it develops, the different types, and the importance of early detection. Remember, knowledge is power, and staying informed can help you make better decisions about your health. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more health insights. Stay healthy and take care.